It's Lunar Cruiser Prime from Takara Tomy. Yes, it is Optimus Prime as a moon buggy. And I just got this not that long ago at a convention. And we're going to break it out. And we're going to find out if you can believe they put a bot on the moon. Bot on the moon. Okay. Enough singing for now. But yeah, we'll go through it bit by bit, see if this is something you want in your collection. Be right back. So apparently this was released in Japan, and Hasbro said, hey, we want to make some money, so we're going to bring it over and sell it on our site. So, nice black box, but then we have the actual box that shows the Lunar Cruiser and Optimus in his bot mode. So this is Land Cruiser Prime. Maybe he's not Optimus Prime, he's just related. You know, same last name, but it's a nice package. It shows the contents of the cruiser itself, and it's got a solar panel, it looks like. It's kind of hard to see with the glare from the lights. And a little radar dish, so let's take a closer look. Well, an out-of-the-box look. And as we slide it out, we see we have instructions. That's important. And there he is with his Lunar Cruiser, his solar power, and his little white radar dish. He's very white. Would this be considered bot whitewashing? I don't know. Now he's held in here by some straps. Let's pop him out. And apparently we are gonna be looking at the vehicle mode first because that's what he's in. So there he is on the turntable of doom. We'll zoom in a little bit and I'll get this other stuff out. The solar panels, which we will put on him in a moment. And the very difficult to get out radar dish. Probably very noisy in the microphone. And even with vehicles that are designed for space, it still makes a mess on my table. But all right, let's take a look at this guy. I'm actually gonna pop open the instructions real quick just to see how to attach his accoutrement. I mean, I could probably figure it out, but this is not the cheapest of imports, but it doesn't seem to have a shitty piece of paper, so that's good. So the radar dish apparently goes, or can go right here, and our solar panels pop right on the side and knock off the radar dish if you're not careful. All right, there he is. Let's take a look at him from all sides. We will remove these accoutrements in just a moment, but a very cool moon buggy, and apparently a Toyota. We're not gonna hold that against you. I mean, of course it would be a Japanese car company making this, though it'd be kind of cool if it was a Lexus. So there it is, very cool. Let's give it a roll test. It actually rolls pretty well. So let's see, we have an antenna here. We have, of course, this sensor dish, radar dish, I guess that's what it is. And we have the ability to charge up on sunlight. So this apparently has a joint in it. Looks like you can bend it in various configurations, widen it out a little. It's got a little handle thing on the end, on the inside. Some of the pictures show it as a shield. So I don't know that I'd want someone shooting at my, power source, but maybe it's just for show. All right, he's got a little switch here and little doors on the back, but apparently you can reach under and pop this section up, which reveals his arms, but it's showing folding. Ooh, and it comes apart. I imagine it goes back together. But it shows if you fold this in half, like so, you can store it in here and then put this down. So if you don't want the radar on him, or the solar panel rather, on him. And then it looks like it kind of snaps back down. Yes, kind of. Maybe push it in the other way? Apparently you put it in the post in first, so. What's interesting is I don't really need the turntable of doom for this because it spins by itself. There we go. This seems to be popped up a little. Did I do that? So yeah, when you lift up the back, make sure when you're putting it back down, you push this under, apparently, because otherwise it will stick up and look ugly. Now, I really don't see any other things in the instructions as far as what you can do with this guy in his vehicle mode. He is about 5 inches from back to nose, about 3 inches tall, not counting the antenna. Lunar Prime to ground control. I told you I probably wouldn't be done with singing. Width-wise, he's about 3 1/4 inches. So, but still a cool looking vehicle. Doesn't really have the Optimus Prime look. It's all white. That's kind of the space vehicle thing, which I think is mainly so it can reflect and discard excess heat. I don't know. Or so he doesn't get run over by, a flying saucer. One of the two. So let's get him into his bot mode. And we're gonna take off this, and it shows taking off the solar panel, which we put inside. So we'll just take that out when we do the next step, which is apparently lifting that up. Ta-da! All right, I think I got him right. There's a couple things that were very confusing in the instructions, and I also don't read Japanese. so that's a problem. But there he is in what I believe is his properly transformed robot mode with his back heaviness because he's got a solar panel on his back. I have to say, not 100% thrilled with this figure. I mean, I like Optimus Prime. I have a lot of Optimus Primes. And we're going to go through the posability, and maybe that will change my mind, but he's kind of, I don't know, kibbly and not that graceful. Then again, we will check out the posability, and maybe that will change my mind. I mean, the feet here, he does have ankle tilts, so he can be in a nice wide stance. I'm going to actually take the accessories off just so you can get a better view, so you can see what it looks like on the back. And again, I'm pretty sure I have this right, best as I could figure from the directions. And he obviously can do a 1/6 gravity full Jean-Claude Van Damme. So he's got that going for him. He can kick forward. Kicking back doesn't seem to be an option because his leg runs into this piece right here. I don't know, does that flip up? No, it does not. So no kicking back. And I'm not 100% thrilled with these things. Now the direction showed like twisting them around and stuff. They actually kind of popped off and I put them where they're supposed to go. That was the easiest way for me. So could just be that these newfangled Transformers are a lot more difficult than I thought. Every time I try to transform a new Optimus Prime, my circuits sizzle. So yeah, not 100% happy with how this is supposed to clip in, but he can still do a very high side kick. He does bend at the knee, so that can kind of pop your wheels out a little bit if you go really as far as it'll go. But still, bottom articulation, shut up Logan, is pretty darn good. Twisting at the waist. He can twist at the waist all the way around, so that's a nice thing. Now, he doesn't really have an ab crunch. Now, I am not sure, it showed me something different with these windows here, and I just ended up pushing them down. I think that's how they go. I could be wrong. Call me out in the comments if I am, but that seemed the easiest way to get those in place. Also, this whole backpack is supposed to have 2 pegs in the back that kind of push into place, but maneuver them too much and that will pop out. It feels pretty sturdy now. Maybe I just didn't push hard enough. It's hard to be too forceful with these things because you don't want to break them because they're not exactly cheap. So his arms can kind of go all the way around. He's got this very rubbery antenna that goes to the side, so it doesn't really interfere. His arms can lift up to the side. He can bend at the elbow, actually pretty much more than your standard 90 degrees. Can be an acute elbow. You have cute elbows. Swivels, definitely has some mobility there, so you can move his arms in all kinds of directions. The head turns all the way around. He's got the standard Optimus Prime face and head. Again, not thrilled with these legs, but it could just, again, be me because, you know, maybe my shortcut kind of caused some issues. You can push the arms back at the shoulder, so that's a little bit of extra articulation there. So he could be like, say hello to my little friends over here. You know, this is Larry and George. It looks like it has a little switch on there, but it doesn't seem to move. I'm not going to force it. In his forearm, he's got the JAXA shield, and apparently you're supposed to be able to use this as a shield in a couple different ways. You can put it in his hand, which, by the way, I don't want to forget this because I don't want people to go all tarn on me. There is some articulation in the fingers. It doesn't feel like they actually extend all the way out. There's just some minor movement here. So if you can see that, there to there. Not a ton, but maybe enough so that he can hold this shield. I mean, if someone is shooting like solar energy at him, he can probably be like, thank you. If you prefer the shield on his arm, you can use the little post here to plug it up into this little post. If I can get it in there. Shut up, Logan. Which, pushing a post into a movable socket makes it a little more challenging. But there it is on his arm. You can be like, oh, the cool kids are wearing solar panels nowadays. But overall, he's a pretty cool figure, but yeah, I don't like all the clunkiness and the transformations. I think it's a little overly complex. But he's got the standard Optimus Prime type of grill down there. You have to actually fold something in for that. So there he is. I'll put the dish right there. I don't know, is a radar dish, a microwave dish? Can I knock you over? Apparently I can. If you need a little bit of extra heel, there's a piece back here that folds out. I don't think it's supposed to be used as an extra heel, but you could. It's there. So, Lunar Cruiser Prime. Yeah, he's a cruiser. And yeah, not my favorite version of Prime, but it's kind of cool to have. It's like, were you there for the moon landing? By the Autobots. Yeah, you're a little doofy man, but no, you are loved. So there he is. He's about 75 bucks on regular retail. I'll put some links in the description. You might find it on eBay as well. Not sure if it's still on Hasbro Pulse. That's where I got one of mine. This one actually came from Steel City Con. So the vendor had it a little bit earlier than I got mine. So I was like, hey, I want to review it as quickly as possible for you guys. And then I was busy all week. So now my other one's on the way. But yeah, kind of neat armament. But, you know, he's got a backpack. He's a little bit of a shelf warmer. Not 100% thrilled with him, but he'll go stand in my Optimus case. I can make room. I mean, he's kind of fun. And I really hope you guys are having fun watching these videos. Hopefully as much fun as I have making them, even if sometimes the guy's a little doofy. But while you are debating whether or not you want to do some lunar exploration, exploring the moon just sounded a little bit dirty, and I said it anyway. You can check out this video over here, and it's actually a versus review of the Cybertronian War for Cybertron versus the Generations Cybertronian Optimus. And we will see you next time. As always, have fun and good hunting.